Sailors are known to be a superstitious lot. There is a saying, when the wind and sea don't agree, take the wind and flee. If you log into War Thunder today, you will notice something spooky. The water is completely still. It is like a mirror. There is not a ripple upon it. Its reflection is almost perfect. Where did the waves go? Well, basically, it's a graphical glitch that's been introduced overnight somehow. You can see it here in the hangar. There is no distinction between the sky and the sea at the moment, almost. And when I was told about this, I got really excited because I remembered a time when coastal boats weren't so affected by the sea state, and that was a much more calm environment in terms of the sea itself. And as War Thunder became more realistic in its handling, etc., sea states changed, and it removed the ability of some vehicles to be effective at all. So the first thing I did this morning was try to get together a band of river boats so that we could just spam them and try and grind out or spade any remaining boats in those awkward lineups. Unfortunately, as I said before, it is a graphical glitch, and so coastal boats are unaffected by such handling. They still act as if the waves are there, and it's led to some hilarious moments, which I will show you towards the end of the video. I'll also show you how you can replicate those moments. But as I said, the coastal boats have changed a lot, and I'm going to show some footage of how it used to be, how stable your boat was no matter what. And I like the change that they did implement. However, like I said, it has made a whole bunch of craft totally ineffective or not worth playing, but you still have to grind through them. And so this leads to one of those awkward things within the naval community where we want people to like the game and we want people to play with us because it can be fun. But now the tech tree is starting to fill out with vehicles that aren't suited to the maps that we now fight on, and you're still forced to grind through them. Some recent changes, like the new voice lines that let the crew call out when they see boats as well, has really reduced the effectiveness of coastal boat play. And it takes a real amount of effort now to stay stealthy completely. I do feel that within my own gameplay, and I have to be more direct in my tactics. But I will say that I have seen a huge increase in the overall player skill level. So your average skill level, players are more in tune with how things are going. So I'm glad that people are really taking it on board and learning to play the game itself. And I think that needs to be rewarded. One of the other things that's, I guess, positive coastal change is the addition of the new top tier research bonus. Now, it doesn't really help you until you get to the top tier vehicle in some nations before you can take advantage of that daily bonus. But once you have one top tier coastal vessel, you will see a huge increase in your overall grinding efficiency. In the last week to 2 weeks, I've nearly finished the entirety of the UK coastal tree, which I'd barely touched, simply using the HMAS Fremantle, which has been absolutely great. But like I said, the tech tree is now filled with boats, and I guess the Soviets are a great example of this, that aren't suitable for some of the map types that they see at their battle rating. Once you get to 3.3, 3.7, you're almost always in a blue water map, and those river barges are atrocious in terms of seakeeping. So what do we do? There's been strong calls for a split between coastal and blue water games itself, but I think that overall that would just dilute the player base. There's no doubt that coastal blue water fringe gameplay is where the most fun is at. But this is just a topic that keeps circling around and around. If you want to see just how much this new graphical glitch is really affecting coastal boats, take out a coastal boat in the test drive, set the settings, the weather settings to stormy seas, and see how your small craft handle. This slow boat, they go underwater, trying to cross the English Channel in this Japanese armored boat was almost U-boat gameplay. Anyway, this was just a quick check-in to say hello, let you guys know I'm still around. I've got super busy in my personal life at the moment, but I will be back on the waves shortly.